Good morning, y'all. It is 7 o'clock. Just dropped off my son at school for student council thingamajigger. Right now, I'm on the front-facing camera on the Galaxy S20. The audio is from the Galaxy S20. We're going to be checking to see how good the battery is on the regular S20. Everybody talking about the S20 Ultra and the huge battery that thing has, but we're gonna test out the regular S20, because I don't want to spend $1,400 on the phone. But I've got my screen at full 1080. I've got the 120 hertz refresh rate, so let's see how big of a toll that's gonna take on the smaller phone with the smaller battery. All right, let's get the day started. Too early for this. Not gonna lie. If you got kids, they're gonna make you get up early on a Saturday morning. Because they want to do extra stuff. But all right, let's get it. I got work today. I usually, on my phone pretty much most of the day, taking calls, text messages. I do watch a lot of YouTube throughout the day. Some of my faves, The Average Consumer, MKBHD. So we'll see how this battery holds up with the 120 hertz on all day. Let's get to it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Techie Family channel. I'm Lou. Today, we're going to be talking about Samsung's flagship device. No, we're not talking about the S20 Ultra. Hearing a lot of talk about Ultra this, Ultra that, 5,000 milliamp hour this, 100x space zoom that. But for us regular people, the folks that just don't want to drop $1,400 on a device, we've got the next best thing, which is the Samsung Galaxy S20. Not the 20 Plus, not the 20 Ultra, the S20. This is the smaller of the flagship devices. This one's the one that's flying underneath the radar. Everything's being overshadowed by the Ultra, but it's just as good, just as powerful, with a few minor details. But let's hit up the specs. It's got the same Snapdragon 865 processor that the other one's got. Check. It's got 12 gigs of RAM. Check. It's got 128 gigabytes of UFS 3.0 storage. Check. And also capable of 5G networks. The low band and the mid band not capable or compatible with the millimeter wave. But we're not really into these devices for the 5G. 5G still needs some work, obviously, but the device itself is a powerhouse. It's got a 6.2-inch AMOLED QHD display. It's HDR10 plus ready. It's got 120 hertz refresh rate. It's got all the bells and whistles. Check. Just a little smaller. Battery life is at 4,000 milliamp hours, so a little smaller than the 5,000 you get in the Ultra. It's a smaller screen. It's a smaller device. How well does this battery hold up in this device versus the 5,000 milliamp hour battery in that bigger device? So that was $1 million question. And, I put in some work. I didn't do any work, to be honest. I just recorded the stuff that I was doing and basically used the phone like I normally would on a day-to-day basis. I turned on the 120 hertz refresh rate. I checked to see how long the battery was going to last me, how much screen on time I was going to get with a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in a 120 hertz display. Obviously it's only at the full HD, not running at the 4K, because that's just how Samsung has it at the moment. Hopefully that changes, but full HD, 120 hertz, 4000 milliamp hour battery. How much screen on time does one get in a battery of a smaller size in a phone that's also still a powerhouse? So we'll take the trip. We'll come along with the journey. You know, I just did what I had to do. Went to work, dropped my son off in the morning, and at the end of the day, checked to see where I was at for battery, check to see how much usage I had on it. We're gonna find out if it's really worth all the hype. You know, do you really need to go for the bigger phone to get the bigger battery to have it last as long as it should? Well, we're gonna find out. All right, guys, getting out of work. It is 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. Long day, not gonna lie, but just check my phone. I'm at 47% battery life, running full 1080, 120 hertz. My screen on time is 3 hours and 41 minutes, an hour of that being watching videos on YouTube. So we're halfway done with the day. We're halfway through with the battery. So battery life, even with the 120 hertz, is looking good. Obviously on my phone most of the time. And I'll put a screenshot up. Of the on-screen, of the screen time up on the side, so you guys can see the usage and what I was using the most. It's also connected to my Galaxy Watch all day as well. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I did a video on the Galaxy Watch with the always on display and the battery life. Not gonna lie, my watch is about to die, but that's because I haven't charged it in like 2 days. Not a good look, but you can check that out somewhere on top on the video if you haven't already. Pairs good with the Galaxy S20. So far so good. Galaxy S20, 4000 milliamp hour battery, full 1080 on 120 hertz display, almost 4 hours of screen on time, and I've got 47% battery left. So we'll check in towards the end of the night to see where we at before I turn it in. You know, I'm getting too old. I can't hang anymore. Might get home and pass out. I'm not sure. But this is the video quality on the Galaxy S20 front-facing camera with the audio quality on the Galaxy S20 microphone. No extra mics, no editing here. Just straight out of the Galaxy S20. Looks pretty good, if I say so myself. But all right, we'll check in a little later and see where we're at and see where our screen on time is before we turn it in. But so far, looking like the battery is going to hold up throughout the day at 120 hertz display. So catch you guys on the next check-in. So on top of all those powerhouse specs, you also still have a powerhouse camera. It's got a 10 megapixel selfie camera right in the front. It's got two 12 megapixel cameras in the back. It's got a wide angle and a super wide angle, both at 12 megapixels. And then it's got the 64 megapixel telephoto lens, which I've got to admit, I've still been very impressed with. I'm coming from a Galaxy S10. I've used an iPhone 11 Pro. I've got the Pixel 4. All these devices are great in their own respect. You can't knock one without, you know, picking something out of the other. When we're competing, we're thinking about competition. We're looking at, which one's better at this, which one's better at that. But we're not taking a step back and really looking at how far these camera phones have come in comparison to where we were at a few years ago. You know, now you can walk around with a with a cell phone and get a better video than you would if you had a dedicated camera. And phones is something that we carry around all the time, so it's easiest to just pull out your phone, start recording. The quality you're getting out of some of these cameras is amazing. The same thing goes with the Galaxy S20. I haven't seen a photo I haven't liked just yet. It's definitely taking the pictures the way I would expect it to. It's focusing the way I expect it to. You can also record 8K video on this little device. This little device can record 8K video. How many people even have an 8K TV? Nobody, hardly. Nobody I know. You can record an 8K video on it. Obviously it's limited, but the fact that it's there is just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing how much stuff that they can cram into such a small device at a fairly comparable price when you really think about what it is that you're getting in this device. You know, $1,000 gets you a really fast phone with a great display at 120 hertz refresh with great camera setup that you can record 8K video on. Can't really complain. So how exactly does that battery hold up? Let's find out. Let's take this journey. Let's take a look. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Coming here to the end of the day. It is 11:45 Eastern time, my time. It's late. It's late. Just check the battery level on the phone. I'm at 17%. Almost dried up. But I am ecstatic to announce that I am at 17%. Phone's been on since about 6:30 this morning when I took it off the charger. I've got a whopping 5 hours and 10 minutes of screen on time. Almost 2 hours of that is watching YouTube videos. I know, something wrong with me. But 5 hours, 10 minutes, full HD, 120 hertz refresh on the screen. We are in business. It's a 4,000 milliamp hour battery on the Galaxy S20, but it's definitely lasted me most of the day, actually all day. That's quite some time. 17% left, 5 hours, 10 minutes, screen on time, 120 hertz. Doesn't get better than that, you know. So just wanted to give you guys an update on where I was at, what time it was. I am about ready to go to bed. I can't keep my eyes open, but there you guys have it. Samsung Galaxy S20. Again, video quality on the front-facing camera, audio quality on the mic, on the phone itself. Nothing special, no extras, just giving it to you raw, straight from the phone. So I'm liking it so far. No complaints. Anything pops up, I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right. Let's call it a day. I'm done. Pineapples. I need to go to bed. It's past my bedtime. I can hear my mom. So I was like, "Wee, go to bed." I can hear her. I know she out there screaming at me, "Get to bed." I can hear it. But I've got the live focus on. You probably can't even tell because I can't. It is what it is. Anyways, let me get out of here. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for tuning in. Techie family, over and out.